So it's day 4 in Perth, getting ready to go and see Otter Sky again. Can't wait for this one. Can't wait. Tomorrow to Edinburgh, last day of tour, which is going to be a bit sad, but hey, it's Perth. And today I've decided to go a bit crazy, considering I'm missing the International. I'm wearing this shirt. Sweet.
So winter fell and gave me a call. You told me love, it'll keep you on your toes. And I know, we said it was fine, but now I feel hardly on your mind.
Been a long road
sides. Let's call up everyone who's something. Let's take my hand, swear ties. Now running in the sea and we survive. It's something, something we can't find. It's just so
So, the Green Rooms, really good. Student pub, music room at the back, lighting in the place was really good. Was it this, because the student pub, the student discount and other things you, as a student, you'd get, eat, get a drink at £3. I was paying £3.10 a pint, which is a pretty good price. I really liked the stage there, it was a really nice stage. They also had a big projection behind of the stage, and also what was happening in the main bar of the pub. They had that shown on the screen so people could see that and come through if they wanted to. Probably the best bathrooms that I've ever seen, so posh, you know, waterfall taps and everything. Yeah, it didn't look like a student pub bathroom, to tell you that much from out. I really enjoyed the venue. I'd recommend going there if I was in Perth, or even coming here from Edinburgh for the right gig. The first local band were The Guilty Habit, two-piece punk pop, female drummer. The problem with obviously two-piece punk pops is they need to be perfect, and I've said this before when I've seen them, even the 69 weren't perfect when I saw them live. So, you know, it always does sound a little bit distracted when it's not perfect. Pretty nice band though, really good vibes come from. I would see them again if they were playing at any gig I was going to. I think the sound guy didn't help them much because they seem to be asking every song to have more in the monitors, but the sound guy I don't think cared. Anyway, but they're a really cool band. You should keep an eye out for them guys if they're playing anywhere near you. The second local support were a band called Hello Future. Really good band. That's all my reviews going to be on them because I got distracted by a girl with a butterfly tattoo, so I hope you guys understand, sorry.
on the corner and I saw you wearing my red jumper and I knew this we were gonna stay. Oh, you knew that you didn't need me, oh, for me, oh, cover me. These hits aren't warm enough for me to stay here. Oh, call me, babe, oh, call me, babe, and I'll play.
I appreciate your input.
Been battered, been wrong, been right. My soul's been shattered, but my mind is
just to wait for the afternoon. But hopefully the rest of the day doesn't come along too soon. Edge of a night, cause everybody knows you can't dance to rock and roll.
So I'm home after the gig, after the tour, after everything. 12-hour trip to get home because I stopped to see my friends on the way, which is awesome and love seeing my friends. But let's not talk about you guys now after the review. So we're going to talk about the venue and their support, local support, and then we'll talk about the touring band. So here we go. The venue was Cabaret Violet. It's basically a cellar, really old style cellar, really good. Was the atmosphere? I really love the atmosphere there. It's a bit dark and dingy, which is alright, but it's not good for taking photos or anything like that, unless you got a super amazing duper camera, which I don't. I have my iPhone. So yeah, it was alright. Was it things I'd like to complain about? The toilets were all the way upstairs, and they weren't the amazing toilets, but they were quite clean, quite nice, quite good. But like a proper club toilet, I would say. So they weren't dirty, but you could tell overnight they were going to get worse and worse and worse and worse. It was like £4 a pint, which is, I think, atrocious, really. To be honest with you, I think that's an atrocious price for a pint, considering the place we were in. And it wasn't even if it was, there was pints and there was bottles and stuff like that. But so I think in that respect it wasn't the best, but the atmosphere of the place, great, sound-wise, great. I think it's great for all that. The other knock I'd have on the place was they had one member of bar staff in the downstairs bar. Now I went upstairs to the toilet, and when you go upstairs you actually get to the main bar upstairs, and up there was like 4 bar staff doing nothing. So you've got 4 bar staff doing nothing and 1 bar staff working his arse off downstairs. So basically if you wanted a drink, you either we'd wait all the way upstairs, or you left before the set finished, or stayed after a set finished missed the start of a set because you had to go and get yourself a drink. So in that respect, they need to work on that. So the first support band was Portaflu. Basically I saw them on stage with their football matching kits. Was it looking maybe around 30, maybe a little bit older, and I was thinking, oh my god, who are these people? Why are they supporting? And then they started singing, and I was like, okay, I take it all back. They were really good. They're a bit of diamonds in the rough, because obviously being young as they are, but I thought they were really good set. They did a really good cover of quite a few different songs, but the Bloodhound Gun one sticks in my mind right now, and they did some really good covers. They also did some of their own original stuff, which was really good. It's sort of best way to describe their sound is sort of Devlin meets rock is the best way to describe it. A bit of rap at the start, quite good. I quite enjoyed them, and the guitars as well. Come on, who doesn't have a guitar? I mean, they're quite a really good band, and I wouldn't say I would travel 491 miles to go and see them, but I would go and see them if they were playing anywhere local to me. Akara, I don't know how I'm saying that, sorry guys. Really cool heavy vibe sound they had, really cool, really did enjoy that. The crowd really enjoyed their sound, they were really good, the crowd going really good at getting the crowd riled up and ready, and basically, I liked what they're doing, but that wasn't kind of me. For me, they were a good band, and I think everything they were doing was brilliant, but they just weren't for me. I think they were missing that, the killer hooks in their songs. They were just I can't really remember their songs, none of them stuck in my head, so they were missing that killer hooks. But hey guys, really enjoyed what you did do. So this bit you've all probably been waiting for, the touring bands. Beck Sandridge was the first basically act on the tour, the first solo acoustic artist. Really good sounds, a little bit of folk influence I'd say in there probably. Has a really enchanting royal regal voice, that's what I describe it as. It's really good. I mean, as soon as you start singing you kind of just melt away from everything that's around you, and you're just there in that moment as she's singing. It's kind of it's kind of hard to describe without being there. She has one of those voices. When she speaks normally, she's got a very quiet, almost mousy voice, and then when she's singing, she's got this power voice, and it's like a voice you rarely see. She's really good. Her music. She uses this kind of the way she plays. She sort of plays and then improvises with either a stomp or a bit on the car, so she hits you with waves of music, which is really hard to do as a solo musician, and without any loop pedals or anything like that. I thought she was amazing. The look of her guitar as well, with those strings just hanging loose at the end, just an amazing look. The only thing I would say was when she's playing sometimes she looks like she's holding herself back. You know, I've talked about this a few times in other videos, when musicians actually just lose themselves to the music. They just completely commit to the music and they completely forget about everything else and just go. And the reason why I think she's doing that is because if she did that, her vocals wouldn't be as powerful as they are. She would just be so much engrossed in her guitar playing. There are moments when she does do that, though. Usually at the end of her set, there's a bit of her songs where she stops, the singing. She's all just playing. She just loses herself in the music, which is an amazing to see. And if you ever go and see her, you'll understand exactly what I mean. She is definitely worth, though, 300-mile round trip to go and see her. Honestly, guys, you should go and see Beck Sandridge play. Travis Oaks from Ireland. Wow. Let me just say this from here on, I'm now a fan, and I will be going over the Ireland probably at some stage to see them again because I think they're that good. They're kind of rock band with a bit of 70s guitar vibe. Maybe I'd say, try to think of the Kings of Leon sound a little bit. That's probably where you're going. They're amazing performers on stage, awesome live. They give everything, 110% on that stage. They commit 100%. Even in Aberdeen when that's going to kill me. I can't remember his name. When the guitarist jumped off stage and basically fucked up his leg, but he still carried on performing. Amazing commitment to rock and roll. Really, really good band. The bassist must have a little bit of blues influence in the way he's playing, and that Kalos pedal, man, wow. Wow, I've never heard it used to that effect on a bass guitar before. Sorry, I say Kalos pedal, most of you probably know it as a distortion. I basically just use it so everything you get in your dong dong, it goes and it is awesome in their sound. I really do love it, and I think it's used not excessively, it's used rightly, and it's used to the right amount, and it's an amazing. I really do like it. I call it Chaos pedal, you guys might call it distortion, but chaos rules. So Altered Sky. Now, I'm a huge fan. Hell, I'm obsessed. You can see posters on the walls and everything. So I'm obsessed with Altered Sky. But I'm going to try to do this as if you guys don't know who Altered Sky are, and I'm going to try to do this if I was reading for the first time. Okay. Altered Sky are a female-fronted and female drummer rock band from Glasgow, Scotland. They have a lighter sort of rock sound at times, but most of the time it's kind of a good rock sound. They have killer hooks, killer beats. Their songs hit you hard whenever you need them to be hitting you hard, but they can also pull you back and give you some light harmonic music. The vocal connection between Anna and Amy is really good. The harmonies they do are brilliant, but sometimes not all venues can pick it up. This depends. You need a really good sound guy to make that work properly, and sometimes they don't get that. Speaking on the drummer Amy's probably one of the best drummers I've ever heard live, and I highly recommend going and see them wherever they're playing, because I go anywhere to go and see them play, and that is literally the truth. They're probably my one of my favourites, if not my favourite band, and every song they do, guys, basically has a positive message, and you will leave the venue. They're one of those bands when you leave the venue at the end of the night, you'll be humming their tunes, you'll be smiling, and you'll know you've had a good time. On that note, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and as always, have fun.